reviewing their constitution. Save for the fact that I know that NUP is anti-Busoga, I have respect for their constitution. I did not even know in the first place that they had a constitution that they respected and looked at as worth reviewing, save for the purpose of registration. I have looked at some of the provisions in the constitution reviewed by none other than Council Medard Luwega Segona, and I think prominent among the new changes is the term limits for all leaders. Term limits for all leaders. If they had not provided that the constitutional review provisions will begin work in 2026, this would be a source of revolt in the party.
What's that? The review start, it will be effected starting 2026.
After 2026, which means?
Which means Mr. Kyagulanyi, who is now the current president of the party, can
has
still
two more terms. So is Luwega Segona as MP. So is all the NUP MPs who will stand, so they will stand in the 2026 as flag bearers.
I need to understand what you're saying very well. I didn't follow so much that. Now you're actually informing me. Are they trying to say nti ebifo byonna n'ebyo elective si bukulembeze bwa kibiina bwokka
byonna all elective positions you will not be a flag bearer of NUP for more than 2 times successive.
And you think that's okay?
It is okay, but is it doable? But that's what it says, because unlike Parliament that had said presidential term limits, in this case, NUP is putting term limits for all leaders, from the president to members of parliament to district chairpersons to district councillors to sub-county councillors to municipal councillors to, and again, to even leaders in the political party leaders, those who hold positions within the party. You are secretary general, you are party president, you are national chairperson, you are deputy something. Term limits for all across the board. You can only be a member of parliament on the NUP ticket for 2 terms.
NUP is on a self-destruction mission.
Why? When we have been calling for term limits?
Yes, but you see, do you want to tell me that people vote leaders in Uganda basing on their political parties?
Well, what did you think? For NUP, yes.
No, but NUP has contested. NUP is a new party in my view. It has not taken time to stand a test of time. So we can't judge it basing only on the 2021 elections. What we have seen in this country is that amaanyi g'omuntu ebiseera ebisinga in most cases. In most cases.
Maybe more opposition, but I can tell you that for the other party, for NRM for example, abawangula mu NRM, it's because of the party.
But again,
that's why they know that in our rule
we have seen independents in some cases standing, and they defeat the flag bearer.
There are a few. Those are a few cases. There are a few cases. Yes, they are there, but there are a few cases. In my village, those rural districts of Busoga, once you win the NRM flag, even if you are weak, you're the candidate, you will.
But there are reasons again to back that. You're having the funds from the party. You're having allegedly there are other forces that back you up. That's why you see.
What are those forces?
That's why you see so many people fight so much to get the flag, because you know.
Because they know the party is powerful.
They know the party is going to
provide
them with money.
The flag.
They know the party will use the state. Yes, we have seen cases, Sir Simon, where police has been accused of siding with candidates from the NRM. as opposed to being there for security.
In some cases, yes, but not all cases. There are cases where people have won generally because of the strength of the party called NRM.
What does it do? How do you judge the strength?
No, there are people who have the party. For example, come to my district, Kalido. In my district, Kalido, the people genuinely love NRM.
How did Andrew Mwonge win the Kayunga by-election?
Don't lower my levels.
No. How did he win that election?
No, don't lower my levels of discussion.
Simon.
Don't lower my level of discussion.
You see, if you are to face this, you need to be very objective.
Not with that one.
We know what happened in Kayunga.
Please, don't tell Andrew Mwonge. Don't take me there. Don't tell Andrew
So you have issues with Andrew Mwonge
get a better example.
as a person, but you don't want to talk about how he became...
I respected him as a young leader. I thought he was sober enough. There's a tiny bad advisor. And I think district in the whole district, there is no one to advise this young man on what to do. There was nobody to advise him. Let's go to the others. So we're talking about party. So I was telling you that in my district in Kaliro, when I was campaigning, you'd find people would tell you point blank, one and say, Simon, you are a good person. You would make a good leader. But we don't want your party. Many of them, and I can tell you on air, I have only missed out on being a member of parliament twice, simply because of my party. My strong belief.
Because of FDC. So you assume that if you had the NOP ticket, you would be a member of parliament by now?
Yes, I would be.
Or if you're NRM, you would be a member of parliament?
Nope, I wouldn't.
Okay, if you're NRM,
I would be a member of parliament by now. Even the 2016, I would be a member. Because I won. These elections I win. You understand?
Now you're coming.
On individual,
you're coming to my side.
You win these elections.
You're saying
on
you won.
Individual.
So you won?
Yes.
So why didn't you go to parliament?
Because of the state machinations you're talking about.
So that's the point.
But these are not widespread.
They are.
Let me tell you.
They are. Let me believe. Simon, what you're saying, or what we are saying here, is the reality. First of all,
not everywhere. What I want you to believe.
Okay.
What I want you to believe that there are cases, there are areas in Uganda where people win just because of their political party, NRM. And they genuinely win. For example, if you go to my district, the position for woman MP, our district woman MP scored more than President William Museveni in the whole district. Meaning,
no, that I don't deny.
You understand?
Yes, that I don't deny. Kubangira, I know that again there are some people who won parliament because they are NUP.
Yes, and genuinely so.
Yes.
That a party agrees and says, true, NUP has been stronger than us. And we are talking about the strength of a party, as opposed to an individual and other machinations. So there are many people who won, members of parliament, that people there voted for NUP. Whether call it a wave or call it anything, but people voted for the red thing. They did not even know the people.
Okay, but do you think NUP will remain powerful in the next 10 years to the extent that omuntu okuba ne flaga ya NUP osubira nti ogenda posing a very serious challenge to the people you'll be standing with? That's why I said that we've not tested NUP. We can't judge them basing on how they performed in 2021. Actually, my view would be, Sir Simon, that by now, what NUP should be concentrating on is not even term limits. What they should be concentrating on is how to spread their gospel outside Uganda.
I'll agree with them on what they are doing.
A second, because they performed very, very well in Buganda in 2021 and some parts of Busoga. Let me think.
They performed very well in Uganda.
and in some parts of Busoga.
Where? Which parts? Which parts of Busoga?
No, in terms of the support they got for Mr. Chagwe.
For the president. Oh yes, they performed exceedingly well.
Yes. So they performed extremely bad in northern Uganda. They didn't perform well in Western Uganda. And so what they should be concentrating on is to ground themselves so much. Bwemala okunyikira awo ne muleta talk eya how your candidates should be. No. Just look at this, Sir Simon. You want to tell me that a man like Matthias Mpuuga today, if you took off his NUP flag, tajja kudda mu parliament?
Tasobola. Mpuuga without NUP? Tasobola. Many of those people abali mu NUP bw'obajjako NUP olwaliro tebadda.
Namboze?
Tadda. With NUP, without NUP. Why did they cross from a 50-year-old party, 52-year-old party, to go to a 9-month-old outfit?
Because kyechaliwo mu kaseera ako.
They knew what it meant. That because just imagine, DP is now over 60 years or so.
The oldest political party in the
You understand? You think they were naive to cross from a 50-year-old party to one that was only 9 months.
Because kyechaliwo, Sir Simon, why do you think they need to go to FDC? Why do you think they need to go to CP?
They were not looking for...
The thing is, they crossed because NUP, even up to now I believe, it is still strong. Buli kalulu ke tugendamu wabeerawo either ekibiina oba omuntu ow'amaanyi mu kaseera ako kuweetaaga okwerippako.
That therefore means that our politics revolves around personalities as opposed to parties.
Kyova olaba bano abagenda mu DP rather mu NUP Bampuuga n'abalala mu bululu obwo Dr. Kizza Besigye bwe yabeerera ow'amaanyi ennyo era gwe beerippako. So until NUP proves to us that by 2026 and 2031 bajja kusigala nga bamaanyi nga bwe bali kati nti buli muntu yenna yalyetaaza okubeerippako okusobola okuwangula obubaka bwa parliament n'ebifo ebirala. I think what they are doing is not sustainable.
My agreement with NUP is based on the statement of Major General Grigore Mugisha Muntu. Mugisha Muntu says, you cannot give what you don't have. I want to base on that statement to say, NUP cannot give what they don't have. If they told us that we shall restore term limits, presidential term limits, when they feared term limits on themselves, we wouldn't believe them. But now that they have done it on themselves and subjected, the interesting thing is that their term limits will start in 2020, which is a fact of the law. You cannot do it the other way. But it means that they have it. If you have term limits in your party, then you can give us presidential term limits.
People will cross to other parties. The
presence of prisons is not the absence of laws, but the fact that even when laws exist, some people will go against the law. That's why we have prisons. The same way we have mortuaries. The presence of mortuaries on hospitals is not the absence of medicines or medical doctors, but the fact that even when they do all they can, someone will die. So I want to believe that we cannot base on that to set principle. NUP has done a good thing. The best thing I've heard is to hear that they have a constitution.
So you said you didn't know?
I did not know. Number two, that they respect their constitution to the extent that they can assign someone to go and review it. I don't know the constitution review. The press reports are saying the constitution was reviewed by Meda Segona. I don't know as an individual, or it was a committee chaired by Segona. That's what I want to believe. That should have been a committee reviewed by Segona. And that was interesting. And two, they have made it a universal meal for everyone to test. So the term limits are not for only a group. They have across the board. So you come knowing, if you think you don't respect the 2-term limit rule in NUP, don't join it. Go to any other party.
I agree with your opinion on that, but like I said in the beginning, I don't see it taking them anywhere as a party. we can't allow, in my view, you can't tell me that just because Segona has served for two terms, therefore he does not deserve to represent the people of Muslim Parliament. Otherwise, if we do that, we are going to give room to amateurs coming in to stand as a party. And that's why I said they seem to be on a self-destruction mission. First ground yourselves, then this will come in later.
There are others. For example, they have expanded their National Delegates Conference from 150 people to 500. What comes out, though, is that the NUP has to sort out the Chibalama issue.
Not yet solved.
Not yet solved. Even now, Chibalama had written a letter through his lawyers, the Biamuka, Makaboneka, and company advocates, to stop that delegates conference that convened the route Sidika they were in.
Just as we speak.
As we speak. But the letter, I think, arrived late after the conference had been held. So, I believe that one, I want to applaud NUP for practicing what they preach, or for the will. They have not practiced, but they have expressed the will to practice what they preach, that there will be term limits. That's an interesting one. Now, on a deeper political thinking, that's when the questions like you're asking come in. Can they do it?
Can they do it?
Where will it leave the party?
And where will they be
you understand?
In 2026 and 2021?
Because if that was the rule, you not have the Segonas who are now in Parliament for four terms. And the man who reviewed the Constitution also wants to have another 2 terms. So from 2026 onwards, if Segona has to be the flag bearer for his political party, NUP, now, if he remains in NUP, he will have stayed in Parliament for 30 years. So this plus
other 10
years. So there's also that selfishness in doing it. They did it for themselves. They would have said, effective now. Then you'll see a lot of trouble. But they've insulated themselves to have two.
What I've just said here. Do you think NUP enabetunda ngeyo changa bweyo chakati
mu 2026
2031?
If you gauge NUP as a political party, if you are to look at it as a political party and judge it as such, enaba tetunda mu 2026 perhaps. But if you look at NUP as the enigma of the man at its helm, it will still be selling, because Ugandan political parties equal their leaders. There are a few parties that have graduated, but NUP equals Kyagulanyi, NRM equals Museveni,
and DP
equals Mao.
DP equals Mao.
Yes, DP equals Mao.
How is it?
JMA equals Basalirwa.
There I agree.
I think the only party that does not equal to its leader is FDC.
Did you say DP equals Mao? Sure.
You think you can do anything there without Mao? Go and try.
But we've seen.
Oui.
We've seen people like Rutamaguzi contesting on the ticket of DP, but they have publicly said they don't believe in Mao, and they have won.
In other sober countries, Rutamaguzi would have left the party called DP and precisely fit into a party called NUP. It's like if you don't believe in any of the 5 pillars of Islam,
you cease to be a Muslim.
You don't remain a Muslim. You just leave to where you believe. Because we are in a disorganized state.
But again, I can give you another example. Honorable Michael Lulumebaiga, Avabuyikwe, Aliku DP ticket, but he has publicly and outrightly opposed Mao and whatever he's doing.
Now, opposing within your party is right. Oppose Mao within.
No, they've even attempted to quote unquote overthrow him.
Yes, but within, they are fighting from within their party. That's a different case with Mr. Rutamaguzi, who goes to the neighbor's party and says, me, I believe in Kyagulanyi as opposed to his party president. I've just given the best example. It is his right to believe in anyone he wants to believe in, but the right thing to do would have been to leave DP completely, and like the Namboses did, and they do their business, and you go to NUP. But for you to belong to the legs in DP,
and the entire
head, the entire body in NUP, anyway, that's something we can look at. But what I'm saying is that FDC now, I think, is the only party that does not equal to its leader.
It used to be equal to Dr. Besigye.
You can be in FDC and you disregard Oboy. Maybe the difficult test is the Secretary General. You cannot be in FDC and disregard Nandala.
The reason why the
he will come for you.
He will come for you?
Yeah. You cannot. Where? How? You can't fit in FDC if you disagree with the Honorable Nandala.
That's a very serious one.
Yeah, because he has taken his position as Secretary General to tell you that for as long as I'm here, I am in charge, which is a good thing.
Dictatorship.
You call it dictatorship?
That's what they call it. The other day I was with Honorable Nabira.
Dictatorship.
Anga dictator yo SG talabibwangako dictator.
But on the other side, you look at this. If anything goes wrong, he's accountable to the party.
Yeah, but
because
again,
the Secretary General is the accounting
in a
officer
democracy, you don't have to exercise dictatorial policies over your colleagues. If at all, I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but if at all Honorable Nandala is dictatorial, as some of these people like Nabira are saying, that's also not right.
He's not dictatorial. He's too strict. That's what I would say. He is too strict. When he says this, he remains there. He's just too, I can say, too strict or rigid. He says, for as long as I'm here, and I am the accounting officer of the party, I am accountable to the delegates conference and those who voted for me, this will not be done.
Katwetolemu katono tujje tovaawo.